For a left knee, you make first a left and right punch to the face. Then you make a step in between to make the left knee. The step in between gives you a lot of explosion and power in your knee. Be sure you protect your face while you make the knee for a counter punch. Here you can see how I block the punch and grab with the other hand my opponent's neck and place the knee technique. These are more counters than attacks. Your opponent attacks with a left or right punch, and we counter with a knee. The left jab comes, I block with the right hand, take a step in between and make a left knee. Keep your face protected while you make a knee. Be sure that you block the punch correctly, otherwise you cannot counter the proper way. With the right punch, you block it with your left arm, and while your opponent is leaning in the right punch, you make your knee. Another counter-attack with the knee, on left-right punches and left-right hook punches, counters with left and right knees. The opponent attacks with a left and right punch. I block and counter with a right knee. Again, block the punches correctly, and while he is leaning into the right punch, you counter with the right knee. Protect your face. Here we have an attack with a left-right straightforward punch plus a left hook. We block the left hook on the gloves and at the same time we make the step in between and grab with your left arm around the opponent's neck and make a left knee. Be sure you do these three things at one moment. Block, left hook, step in between and grab the opponent. Then you give your opponent no time to step back before your counter. Besides the left hook, we also have a right hook, and there's not much different for your opponent in movement in between a left-right straight punch or a left straight punch and a right hook, so be aware. So your partner makes it difficult for you to make them both left-right straight punches, left straight punch forward and a right hook. So look good to this movement. If he comes with a right hook, you step a little in the punch and block it on the gloves and step in for the right knee. The left-right straight punch combination stays the same like before, so block the punches correctly and step good towards your opponent with your knee attack. Be sure you step into the hook when you block it. Don't go away from the punch and make your knee as quickly as possible. This technique is to stop your incoming opponent with a front kick when he walks on you, catch him with the knee. Do this both sides. Your partner holds the bag backwards and let it go. On that moment I interrupt with a front kick and I follow up with a knee attack. Again, practice this both sides. Notice how I return in a basic position. And I keep my balance in the middle. It's a good exercise to train your timing and power. Try to push the back away with the push front kick, and when the back comes back again, you give the knee. Protect your face while you're making the knee. Here I do all kind of knee techniques on the back. I make punches before I'm giving the knee. By giving these punches, I'm blocking the opponent's side. Protect your face while you're kneeing. By cross your arm for your face. Now I'm kneeing from a clinching position. And start building up the speed. Be sure to minimize the distance to the back by stepping forward after your punches. After you place the knee, you step it back to a basic position. After your turn in the basic position, you attack again. Now you're grabbing the back in a clinching position and you start giving the round knees. Make sure you place the knees on the right level. It's a good training for power. After the first exercises, we are building up the speed. Notice the little steps in between. In this training, try to find out a good rhythm and balance. The trainer will tell you by counting how many times you have to do these techniques.
After learning our basic techniques, we will now continue with the real thing, training with a partner. The basic equipment for this kind of training are 14 or 16-ounce gloves, mouthpiece, Thai boxing shorts, groin guard, shin protection, and safety kicks. The most important difference between bag training and training with a partner is that now there is a moving object and it also hits back. So it is important that you are concentrating fully on your training and that you combine your knowledge of timing, distance, balance, and footwork. Later, we will include intensity, power, and conditioning. As we progress in kickboxing, the basic techniques will be repeated again, and it is important to remember 2 points. Never walk after your punches, and never start thinking you've got it easy after you've just pulled off a technique successfully. After making a counter or blocking technique, it is important to be aware of your distance to your opponent. Understand the situation and try to stay out of reach. It is important to return to the basic position. We will start this tape with the basic blocking and counter techniques.
Now we see how to block left and straight punches and how to block left and right hooks. See how my partner attacks with a left straight punch to the face. This punch is blocked by kicking it from the direction of punching with your right hand. The right straight punch is blocked with the left hand, again by kicking the punch from his original direction. Your upper body has to turn also a little bit. Now you see left and right punches after each other again. Again, you will tick the left straight punch with your right hand and the left straight punch with your left hand. Left hook. This punch is blocked by pulling up your right hand beside your face, so the punch will hit the gloves. The right hook. Now your left hand has to be pulled up beside your face. Again, the punch will hit the gloves. Here you see that the opponent is moving too and steps in to minimize the distance in order to get a good basic position after he has placed a punch. Watch carefully. Your opponent is out of reach and has to move inwards to hit you. And this exactly happens in a real fight. Now a hook is given, but I don't move away from this punch, but I move a little bit forward to intercept, block this punch. Don't forget to stay in balance while intercepting this punch. Now we will block the punches and counter with the same punch. Direct straight punches will be countered with direct straight punches, and hooks will be countered with hooks. The left straight punch is blocked and directly countered by a left straight punch. You have to block the punch, and while countering this punch you also take a step to minimize the distance. It's the same situation with right and left straight punches. For blocking a hook punch, turn your body a little bit to counter and stay in balance. These techniques is like playing a game. It's an action game of reaction, moving to and through, and returning to the basic position. Always keep eye contact. Now we see how important it is to have a good balance. Make sure your balance is in the center. In this situation you can counter. Remember that if you are not in a stable situation, it's hardly possible to counter. first block is against the leg kick. You block with your shin. You absorb the kick, don't make a crash of legs. The second block is a body kick. The third block is a high kick. These last two techniques you block with both arms, not just one. Again we practice both sides. Your partner attacks with a left jab and a right leg kick. We block this by way of lifting up our left knee. Now my partner attacks with a right body kick. Don't step away this time, but lean a little bit into the kick. Block with two hands. Keep your left arm against your body. My partner attacks with a right high kick. This kick you block also with a double guard, both hands. With this block you don't move back and don't turn off your face. Again, practice this both sides. With high kicks, be sure you keep balance with the block and always keep eye contact with your opponent. Don't look down to the legs. To block left kicks, it's a little bit different. So we can see here by giving the leg kick. Now my partner makes a leg kick to the back of my leg. You block the punch and lift up the right knee and absorb the leg kick with your shin, and keep your left hand in your opponent's face to control distance and push him away on his chest. The body kick and high kick you block with a double guard. Stay in a good balance. Here you see some leg kicks, body and high kick, blocks in one of my fights. Notice the double guard. Here I block kicks and counter with the same kick back, and my partner blocks and counters the same way. It's important that you are in a real fighting distance from your partner to make it real. Now you have to step in and back to reach your opponent. Always go back to a basic position. Notice that after the high kicks we return in the basic position and the balance stays in the center. And we will keep the eye contact. This exercise is good for footwork and distance and rhythm. Stay good in balance and start slowly. Later on we go faster when we're controlling these techniques. Also for stamina and conditioning it's a very good exercise. Be sure that you step back after every action, so you can control the situation. If you stay on your opponent, you are in his reach and you will be hit. If you step back, he has to step in to hit you, so you have the time to block. This is a good preparation for other techniques to get distance. You can see, when you step back, he has to step in to hit you. So you still have time to block. We block the high kick by holding both our arms for the kick. Watch carefully how we are keeping the eye contact. Here we start to make counter techniques with arms and legs. This is what kickboxing is all about, the complete fighting art. My partner attacks with a left jab and a right leg kick. I block the jab and leg kick, step in with a right punch, left hook and follow with a right leg kick. Make a powerful left hook to put the weight of your opponent on the leg which you want to kick. After the leg kick block, you step right away in with your opponent's right punch, so you don't give your opponent the time to recover, and keep eye contact. Make sure you make a proper block, because if the block isn't right, you cannot counter properly. Make your punches quick and a hard left hook, then step a little sideways towards your opponent to give a good leg kick and step back to a basic position. The same attack. I block a leg kick, counter with a right punch and kick the back leg. You see, I step a little bit backwards. I block the leg kick so my opponent can't reach out to hit me. Then I step in with a strong right punch and kick his back leg. It looks like the technique before, though it's important to surprise your opponent now, because you're kicking him on the back leg. You see, after my right punch, I take a good step a little bit to the right forward, to have a good impact with my leg kick. I kick with my shin on his thigh and step back after my action to control the situation. The attack is a left-right straight forward. I counter with a left jab and a right body kick. I block the punches with my right and left hand and follow with the left jab to take away his side. Step in and make the right kick to the body with my shin. You can see that it's very important that after blocking his punches, the left jab is thrown in quickly to make him put his hands higher, so there is an opening for a kick. After the fast jab, step sideways towards your opponent, so you can put your whole body in your kick and return to the basic position. Protect your face while you're kicking. Here I block the punches and counter with the right punch and the left body kick. After blocking the punches, I make a strong right punch and follow with a left body kick with my shin. Take a good step with the right punch to get to your opponent. Again, follow quickly with your right punch after you block his attack. Be sure after your right punch you take a good step in between, sideways, towards your opponent, to get good power in your kick. Keep your hands high and step back in the basic position. Here we can see my opponent attacking with a left-right straightforward punch. I'll stop him off with a front push kick, follow with a left-right punch and a left body kick. I interrupt my opponent when he steps in to make his punch with a front kick and make a left-right straightforward punch and follow up with a left body kick. Let your partner try to really hit you, so you really have to interrupt him and stop him. After I stop my partner with the front kick, I step in with a left-right forward punch. I step sideways towards my opponent to get a good distance. Use your punches to measure your distance. I stop my opponent with the same front kick and counter with a right punch, left hook and a right leg kick. After I stopped him with a front kick, I take a good step towards and make a right punch, left hook and step sideways and make a right leg kick. You see, I make my punches relaxed but quick and powerful with accent of the left hook. The left hook has to be strong to put the weight of my opponent on his left leg, so he cannot block my right leg kick. After this action, step back to the basic position. I interrupt a left-right straight forward punch with a left front kick with the same leg. I kick to the body and follow up with a right punch. I make a step in between after the front kick to get enough explosion and power in my kick. Then I follow with a right punch. Don't wait too long after your front kick. Make it in one movement. Make sure that after the left body kick is placed, your left leg in front of you on the floor. Don't pull it back. Now you stand in the right position to give a powerful right punch. Step back to the basic position after the punch. My partner attacks me with a left-right straightforward punch and a left hook. I block the hook, counter with a left hook and a right leg kick. Be sure you stay in balance when you block the hook. Throw your body in the left hook, counter so that you are in a good position to kick. You see that when I block the left hook, I counter right away with a left hook, because don't give your opponent the time to recover. Be sure that after you counter with a left hook, you step with your left leg to the left side to give a good leg kick. Don't step straight at your opponent. Here we can see in a real fight how our techniques work. Here we can see some blocks, counters, punch and kicking techniques in one of my fights. Watch the Thai fighter attack with a right high kick. I distract him with the right hook to give him a left low kick. You can see by moving backward in the basic position, his counter kick does not come through. You can see it is from both sides a game of attacking and counter-attacking. The attack is again left-right straightforward punches and a left hook. I block it, counter with a left hook and a right punch and a left leg kick. You can see I block and counter with a left hook, but turn right away back with a straight right punch and follow up with a left leg kick. The right punch has to be powerful to put his weight on his back leg, so he is not able to block the leg kick. Be sure that after the right punch you step with your right leg sideways towards your opponent to have a good impact with the leg kick. Step back after the action to be in control of the situation. The attack is a left-right straightforward punch, a left body kick. I block and counter with a right punch and a left body kick. You can see that I don't go away for the body kick, but block it with a double guard and counter before his leg is on the ground with a right punch. Step in with the punch. Here you can see clearly that it's important that the block and counter punch are quick. Again, with the right punch, you make distance for your kick. Step sideways towards your opponent, kick with your shin on the liver level. We have the same attack, left right, straight forward, left body kick. I block, return with a right punch, a left hook and a right leg kick. With the blocks of punches and kicks, I take little steps backwards to get the right distance to block and counter. With the right punch, I step a step towards my opponent. With the left hook, I put my body sideways, hook with power, to be in a good position to kick. With the kick, I take a step sideways towards my opponent and make the leg kick a little bit downwards on the thigh and step back in position. Here I do two different counters on the right body kick for your opponent. It looks like it's going to be the same counter, but you hit the other leg, and that's what we want. Bring your opponent on the wrong thought. The attack is a left jab, right body kick. I block the body kick and turn my body into the kick to make a powerful left hook. With the hook I step in. I follow up with the leg kick. Watch carefully how I turn in my body in every movement. I make a step to get the right distance. After the left hook, I turn my body back with a right punch and step in for a leg kick on the back leg. With the punches, you take away his side. Step back to the basic position to control the situation. The attack stays the same. It's a left straight punch with a right body kick. I block and counter with a left hook and a right punch and a left high kick. I'm blocking his attack with my two arms, lean into the kick and counter with a left hook, follow up with a right punch. While I punch, I'll step in. Make sure your partner blocks the kick, also with two hands, and keep balance. Now you see I have to make more distance from my high kick, so that means that you have to make your distance with your punching. Is your opponent moving back, you take an extra step. The opponent is attacking with a left-right straightforward punch, a left high kick. I block and counter with a right punch, left uppercut and a right leg kick. Notice how I block the kick with both hands. I turn my body into the kick to counter with my right punch. Before his leg is touching the ground, follow with the left uppercut. You see that the punches follow up quickly, and I take a step from my leg kick. Again, with the uppercut I keep him busy upstairs in the face and put his weight on his back leg so he cannot block. It's the same attack, a left-right, left high kick, and I block and counter with a right punch, a left body kick, a left jab and a right high kick. After the double-handed block, the counter punch and kick have to follow up quickly. Then the left jab or push if you don't back up, and then you follow and finish with the right high kick. You can see and hear there's a certain rhythm in the counter. Block, bang, bang, punches, left push or jab, and bang, high kick. Try to find your rhythm. The left jab is meant to take away his side and to make distance for your high kick, so not really a punch. Step back to the basic position. These counters are exactly contra than the one before. Now it's the first counter kick high and the second low. The opponent attacks with a left-right straight punch and a left high kick. I block, counter punch with my right straight forward. I counter with a left high kick, a jab, a step in to finish with a right leg kick. The counter punch and kick are quick. If your opponent wants to come in, you stop him with the jab and you follow up with the right leg kick. He backs up and you follow him with the jab and the leg kick. Make sure that the jab is high in his face, so he cannot see for a moment. Then you have time to give a good leg kick. Put your hips in the leg kick. The attack is a left jab and a right high kick. I block and counter with a left hook, a right body kick, a right punch and a left high kick. Turn your body in the block for the left hook counter and step in for the right body kick. Leave the right leg in front, don't pull him back. Now you're making distance with your right jab, or push and step in with a left high kick. You can see that the left hook and the right body kick following up quickly, and then you take time to set up for your left high kick, but keep him busy with your right jab. The attack stays the same, it's a left jab and a right high kick. I counter with a right punch, push, a left leg kick on the back leg and a right punch. You see, I turn my body in the kick and block and stretch my right hand out and take the step in between and kick the back leg. So the block punch and the step in between are one movement, and this movement you throw your body forward. As you throw your body forward, you also step with your right leg a little sidewards and then take the left leg kick. That leg you leave in front and follow with a strong right punch and step back to the basic position. My partner attacks with a left-right straight forwards. I interrupt with an inside leg kick, followed by a right punch, left hook, and finishing with a right leg kick. On the moment that my opponent has his weight on his front leg, with the right punch, I give a left inside leg kick to put him off balance, but leave your leg in front. The right straight forward punch and the left hook are quickly followed up, and we put the accent on the left hook. With the powerful left hook, you put the weight on his left leg, which you're gonna kick, step good in the kick sidewards. The attack is given by a left and right straight forward punch. I block, make a left body kick, a right punch and a left high kick. On the moment the right punch makes contact on my glove, I make a step in between to counter as quick as possible. You can see that it's one movement. Block, step in between and kick. I leave my left leg in front again. Because I leave my left leg in front after the kick, I am in the right position to make a strong right punch and make distance for my kick. Make a step in between and again counter with the high kick. The attack is a left-right straight forward. I interrupt with a left front kick and a left jack. Counter with a right leg kick and following up with a left knee. Before the left-right straight punch lands, I make a left front kick, step in with the left jab to take his side away, and following up with a right leg kick. Put your left leg after the front kick, right in front to place the jab. After the jab, I take a step sideways for my right leg kick and keep my right leg after the kick in front and grab my opponent with both hands on one side of his neck. Step back and place the left knee, and step back, pull your whole body in the knee. My partner attacks with a left jab and a right leg kick. I block the leg kick, counter with the same leg and the right punch, to finish with a left body kick. When I block the leg kick, I step a little bit back to absorb the kick, and I'll make a step in between. The block, step in between and leg kick have to be in one movement, so he has no time to block or step away. I turn my body back with a right punch and a left body kick. With my punch I make distance again for the kick. The same attack again, a left jab and a right leg kick. I block the same way and counter with a left leg kick, a right punch, a left hook followed by a right knee. The first counter with the leg kick is the same like the one before. To keep your opponent on his place, I follow up with a right punch, a left hook and then finishing with the right knee. The two punches are quick, bang bang. After the punches, I grab with my right hand my opponent behind his neck and place a right knee. Keep your hands high with the knee and step back. Here the attack is a left-right straightforward punch and a left body kick. I block with both arms and counter with a left body kick, a right punch, a left hook to finish with a right low kick. I'll block with both arms. Again, I block with both arms, take a step in between and counter with a left body kick.